those goosebumps every time, yeah, 713. Through the 281, yeah, I'm riding. Why they on me? Yeah. $7:30 in the night. I get those goosebumps.
Why are you buying me? I don't wear them. It's just a waste of money. What's up, YouTube? Coming at you guys with vlog number 2. And didn't have a whole lot going on this weekend, but I did want to address a topic that came across my Twitter timeline this weekend. And I felt very passionate about it, so I figured I'd talk to you guys about it. And it all stemmed from a tweet from Ray Peace Photos. And I'm not going to read it verbatim, but to summarize, he just basically was telling people that they shouldn't feel compelled to spend a ton of money for shoes. And I agree with that 1,000%, man. I get it all the time from friends and from family. You know, what is it about sneakers that you like? What do you like about shoes? My journey of sneakers started a really long time ago. It's just something I would do with my brother. This was back when we would see a pair of shoes online before this was really before the internet popped. You know, we're on 23isback.com, get a release date, see a couple pictures. There was no, you know, YouTube videos or anything like that. We would camp out, you know, we would get in line and we would get shoes, and, you know, it was just what we liked. It wasn't this hype beast, so to speak. There wasn't, you know, people out there like, oh, this shoe is dope, or I got to get this shoe because so-and-so is getting it. There wasn't any of that. You know, you got the shoes because you liked them. It meant something to you. And that's why you got sneakers. I buy sneakers. I wear my sneakers, with the exception of probably what's in this case, only because I refuse to ruin them. You know, I'm not rich enough to buy 5-6 pairs of these shoes, so I have one. I could afford one. I'm going to keep the one I have nice and neat. That's just me. But I have shoes that I wear all the time, like my original Space Jams right here that are trashed and piss yellow, and I scuffed the patent leather on the front. I wore those. I was happy to have those, and I wore them all the time. That's just who I am. I think it's insane. You have these YouTube creators out here, you know, posting titles of, I spent $2,000 on these shoes, or I spent this much amount on these shoes. That's insane. That's absolutely insane, because whether they know it or not, the people that are actually viewing their channels are young kids. I know this can be somewhat of a lucrative business. Realistically, these young kids are using their parents' money to buy sneakers. And you've got people out there waiting in line that don't even like shoes, that don't even care about the shoes, just so they can resell them. Or you have people making YouTube videos about shoes that really don't even like shoes, but they got into it for everything else. They got into it for the fame. They got into it because they can get on YouTube and make some money, and then they can go and sell the shoes. There's a lot of YouTubers like that. I mean, I'm not calling anybody out, but there's a lot of y'all out there. And that's all y'all do. Y'all get shoes early, you review them, talk about how cool it is that you got them early or how much you had to pay for them. Stop it. Like, sneakers mean something different to every person. And to me, it reminds me of waking up early, you know, having my mom take us to the mall, or, you know, when I was able to driving to the mall with my brother, waiting in line, camping out, you know, just to say we got them. You know, hey man, we got them. And it wasn't an every weekend thing. Like, there's drops every weekend now. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not getting shoes every weekend. I'm getting the ones that I like, and that's it. I'm not on this Adidas NMD craze. I'm not Team Adidas. I'm a Nike lifer. You'll never catch me wear a pair of Adidas. It isn't gonna happen. Nike Jordan brand, that's where I'm at. That's my realm. But it all stemmed from that tweet, and they had a little bit of a healthy conversation. I'd love to be a part of that conversation of, you know, some of these people that are creating content, right? They're YouTube creators and they're so creative, and all it shows them doing is spending absurd amounts of money on sneakers just to flex or to show off on YouTube. I mean, who cares? Like, they've got to mean something to you. You know, to show these kids that you bought a pair of shoes for $2,000, or I was able to pick up the Yeezys, or I got 30 pairs of Yeezys, and who gives a shit? I don't care. I don't give two flying fucks. I got one pair of Space Jams. I got one pair of the new Space Jams. I got one pair of Jordan 16 trophy rooms. Like, I didn't pay above retail for any of these. I pay retail for all the sneakers that I have in my collection. All of them. Retail. Never at a consignment shop. Never anywhere other than the store. If I didn't get them from the store, I wasn't buying them. Period. Sneakers are only worth what you're willing to pay for them. It's up to you guys to really put a stop to some of this nonsense that's going on. It's the hype train, man. And to me, it's a bunch of bullshit. But what we're really doing is basically saying, you know, to this younger generation, the more money you spend on a sneaker, it's got to be cooler. If you spend $2,000 on a sneaker, $300, $400 on a sneaker, that you're the cool one. You spent the most money on the sneaker, so you got to be cool, right? The sneaker culture is based on individuality. And the media doesn't help. You know, Complex magazine, you see the vlog of the guy walking around with the Yeezys on his neck talking about he got 2,000 on his neck. That shit is dumb. But let me know in the comments below what sneakers mean to you, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.